Hello friends, today we are reading a beautiful book with beautiful illustrations. It's called The Paperboy, Story and Paintings by Dav Pilkey. You heard that right, as in Captain Underpants, as in Dogman. This book was before both of those. It's called The Paperboy. And you can see that is also a Caldecott Honor book. So let's read this book together. Look at the beautiful art. You can see there's a cute little doggy and a boy delivering papers. The story starts right here visually. There is a truck delivering papers to this warehouse, or picking up papers from this warehouse. It's carrying the papers down a dark road. There's a big stack of papers being delivered. The mornings of the Paperboy are still and dark. They are always cold, even in the summer. And on these cold mornings, the Paperboy's bed is still warm, and it's always hard to get out, even for his dog. The doggy's like, no, thank you, I just want to stay here. But they do. It's hard to get up, but the Paperboy and his doggy do. It's still dark outside. And softly they step down the quiet hall, past the door where the Paperboy's father and mother are sleeping, past the door where his sister is asleep. Oh, it's such a quiet morning for the Paperboy and his dog. Down to the kitchen where they eat from their bowls. They both have a bowl. The doggy has dog food. The Paperboy is eating some cereal and milk. And out to the garage where they quickly fold their papers, snapping on green rubber bands and placing them in a large red bag. It's hard to ride a bike when you are loaded down with newspapers, but the Paperboy has learned how to do this, and he is good at it. So he has a big red bag, and his doggy's going with them, and they're leaving in the wee hours of the morning. Look at all the houses. Everyone's still asleep. There's no lights on. The Paperboy knows his route by heart, so he doesn't even think about which house to pedal to. But instead, he is thinking about other things, big things and small things, and sometimes he's thinking about nothing at all. He looks so small, doesn't he? So small in this big dark world. His dog, too, knows this route by heart. He knows which trees are for sniffing. He knows which bird baths are for drinking, which squirrels are for chasing, and which cats are for growling at. The doggy has it all memorized, too. All the world is asleep except for the Paperboy and his dog, and this is the time when they are the happiest. Such a quiet world. But little by little, the world around them wakes up. The stars and the moon fade away, and the skies become orange and pink. A couple of lights coming on. Sun is coming up behind the hills. Paperboy is finishing up his paper route. And when the paperboy has delivered his last newspaper, he and his dog race home, and his empty red bag flaps behind him in the cold morning. Kind of looks like a cape, like he's this superhero who's delivered the books. The sun is up. He's finished his work. Soon they are back inside. It is still dark inside, but the sounds of morning are all around. His father and mother are awake and talking softly in their bed. And his sister is downstairs watching Saturday morning cartoons. Gosh, I remember when there were Saturday morning cartoons. That was the only time we could watch cartoons, and we would do the same thing. We would get up early and run down to the living room and watch the cartoons. And back inside his own room, the paperboy pulls down his shade and crawls back into his bed, which is still warm. He's like, no, thank you, let's close this. The doggy's tired too. And while all the world is waking up, the paperboy is going back to sleep. And his dog is sleeping too. Their work is done. And now is the time for dreaming. That is the Paperboy, Story and Paintings by Dav Pilkey. Kind of different than the stuff he's most famous for, but I really like it. I hope everyone is happy and healthy. I miss you guys.